Hi fellas, Ben back again on another interesting one. Well, if you guys have a look at this, you will be able to spot something different, right? I mean, it's quite obvious, it's on the face. It's USB charger that I've kind of attached to the instrument console on the top. I mean, this is two units, two parts. One is for something that goes on the handlebar, that is the base, onto which I have mounted the charger. The charger is from a TVS Jupiter. It's a scooter, and these chargers are factory fitted on the scooters. You also get them to buy. You get to buy them as separate spares, accessories. So I got myself a TVS Jupiter charger, and the base, the frame that you see that has been mounted on, is from the cigarette lighter charger that is over here. So this fellow had the base that would go onto the handlebar. I kind of grinded it, chopped it into half, and I have attached it over here, if you guys can see. It's kind of stuck to the instrument console with a 3M double-sided tape, industrial tape, not the average tape, very high quality tape, and this should be fine in 24 hours. It should be rock solid. Something interesting about this is it comes with a connector, a plug that kind of has one wire that goes to the earth, and the other is the positive terminal, I believe. And I had a hard time figuring out how to go about doing the wiring part of it to fit my motorcycle, so that when I turn on the ignition, you have power come up there. So quite a job, not as easy as one would think. And the solution was the positive wire from this. I'm sorry about the ambient noise, we have no power, and so the generator is running. Well, any which ways, the positive wire from this goes to the ignition circuit, one of the two terminals of the ignition circuit. I'm not really sure which one. You'll have to try it out and see. I just finished it, but I don't remember which one. I can't tell you which is the positive on this one, so you'll have to try it out and see. So one wire, that is the red wire from the USB charger, goes to the ignition circuit, and the black wire, which is the earth wire, goes to the indicator circuit. So the indicator has the black wire, and the red wire goes to the ignition circuit, and that's how I managed to get power when I turn on the ignition. So when I turn on the ignition, this comes up, and when I turn off the ignition, there's no current that is being drawn from the battery. A simple, straightforward job, but it took me some time to figure out which is the positive that I should be connecting on, and which is the earth wire. And the earth wire part of it was a little bit of a mess. I had to figure out where to. So now that I have a charging socket over there, I can draw power from that. I have one more charging socket over here. Well, I don't know if you guys will be able to identify this fella. This fella is part of the X grip, the RAM style X grip. I chopped off the rest of the equipment. I mean, whatever else the contraption was, got dissected under my careful blades. And what I have left with is just so much. So there you go. So that's all there is to the ignition, the X grip now. That's all there is left of it. So this is the charger that was attached to the X grip. I just salvaged only this. I just kept only this and got rid of the rest of it, because I now have a new mounting system. I'll make a dedicated video on this. The product is still being put to test. So this is like the simplest, easiest fix to carry mobile phones. And what this is, I'll make a detailed video on that in some time. But for now, I have a charging socket over here, and I have a charging socket over here, and a charging socket over here, dedicated charging socket for Ashi, and these two to power my mobile phone, and this is for the camera that keeps getting charged inside the tank bag. And this I believe is for the mobile phone. I mean, I'll figure it out. So the mobile phone, the cameras that's getting charged, and this is dedicated for the pillion. And well, that's the whole of it. A quick easy video on how to go about mounting this fella onto your instrument console. And I believe that this looks kick-ass, doesn't it? Looks like factory fitted. Yeah, so straightforward. I just have stuck it. I'm going to give it 24 hours before the double-sided tape hardens. I should not be meddling around with it, so I'm going to give it 24 hours. This is like a waterproof fit and finish. I don't have to worry about water entering the unit. Yeah, so a fantastic idea which goes with the instrument console, a first of its kind. Nobody else has done this. Nobody else has mounted something to the instrument console in the world. And yeah, after I painted my instrument console black, you got to see that Royal Enfield also started doing it. So I believe Royal Enfield will very soon follow suit with this, and they will also have a charging dock mounted to the instrument console. I'm just I mean, just putting out things which may or may not become true. So one more time, the wiring part of it, the red wire, that is the positive terminal, goes to the ignition circuit, and the negative terminal goes to the indicator circuit. Both held inside this boot, rubber boot. There are two couplers, so both these wires go into the couplers. And I mean, you have to have a little bit of an experience with managing couplers, you know, how to feed in wires and then put the couplers back. You need some experience with it. You can't just go about doing it as you please. So if you do not have enough experience with wiring and related jobs, please take this to a technician who's qualified in the job and let him do it. So yeah, if this video helped, look at that. Factory fitted. If this video helped, it helped. I shall see you guys on another one. Until then, this is Ben signing out for now. Ciao.